Hello and welcome to Rage Theory. I'm your host Kinsuchi, and what I got for you today is just a quick rundown of the top 10 things that most people probably don't know about their PlayStation 5 yet. And to start, we're just going to go in and show how the user interface really works. Like, we're going to dive deep into it. So let's start with the new changes, and that is the PlayStation Store. You no longer have to click on it. You just scroll down. You scroll down and they show all of the stuff that is must see, what's hot, coming soon, featured, expand your games and see more. You could choose between PS5 games and PS4 games, as well as free to play and PlayStation Plus. Then you also have a new thing where you press L1 and R1. You could scroll over. You got collections like superheroes. I might actually dig deep into this one. Okay, so most of these I already have. um, so this just basically shows you collections, like a type of thing that you're looking for at the time and everything. Then you have the PlayStation exclusives. These are all free if you have PlayStation Plus, and then other fighting games and stuff like that. So then you have your subscriptions, as well as just looking for games in general. Anything you want, you can find here. So that's just the PlayStation Store, right? Then you also have Explore, which lets you know what other players are doing and everything, and lets you watch streams or watch videos that creators have made. And then you have your game library, which this is just your dashboard. So every game that you have is not going to pop up here. So if we go over to the library, I'll show you the changes in there. So these are all my games, PS4 and PS5. This is my whole collection, right? So then I scroll over to what's installed, also my extended storage, because when you bring your PS4 games over, you're going to want to put them on your extended storage and everything. I recently just got the new update for Mortal Kombat 11, so that dropped today, so that let me download that today so I could get rid of this. So let me show you how to get rid of games and everything. I believe they bring me to the menu. Console storage, no, just the, yeah, see, so just the extended storage. I want to delete it off the extended storage. I'm going to delete that, but I'm going to keep the PS5 version, right? So this is everything that could be explored through on your system. So you have your games, your subscriptions, as well as your gallery, for screenshots, and then the remote play, which I'm using right now. Um, Also, you have your PlayStation Plus. These are the games that you can get, and these are the ones that they refer, and these are the ones that you already have. So then you also have PlayStation Now, which makes its big return, from the PS4. I believe they added a lot more PS4 titles in here. Resident Evil Biohazard is actually new to that category, I believe. Um, so these are all the games that you could play with PlayStation Now. Then you go over to media, and they show your applications like Netflix, Hulu, all that stuff. I only installed three because I watch more on my big TV than my gaming TV. So this is all just for gaming when I want to listen to my music, I want to stream or watch people's streams, and then of course go to YouTube. So that's really all I keep in here. Another thing about games, though, let's go back to games because I want to show you how to play a specific version. So let's say if we go to Call of Duty, right? They're gonna ask me, do I want to play? They're gonna automatically suggest that you play the PS5 one, right? But if you scroll over, you could click whichever one you have. Like I have the Call of Duty for PS4. Now, when I played that game on day one with the PS4 version on the PS5, the haptic feedback definitely gave me a different vibe than when I uninstalled it and installed the PS5 version, because that one is actually a great, you actually feel the intensity of the game with the haptic feedback for the PS5. So I suggest everybody, get the PS5 upgrade, if you can. I know there's a storage problem, so don't try to overdo it, but the games that you really want to play, you definitely want to play the PS5 version of them, as long as they're available. And then over in the search bar, we have just simple games that you could look up, people you could look up. Like, you could look up everything now, from media, games to people, right? So if you met somebody and you want to play with somebody, you could just type in their name or anything like that. So that's a good feature to have too. Let me just scroll off that. The system automatically plays music. Speaking of which, RIP themes. PS5 from what it looks like does not have any themes. So, that kind of sucks, because the Black Lives Matter theme just came out for the PS4 and I thought I'd be able to bring that over, but apparently not. So, that's everything that changed as far as themes. There's no more themes. So that's basically the user interface and exactly how everything works. Now everything's more. I want to say simplified for the players. I wouldn't say it's not complicated because it is a kind of a little bit. But at least now it's like if you have an idea of what you're going for, you can just go for that specific category under anything that you want to scroll through. So I think it makes a big difference, So definitely check that out. For those of you who have the PS5, make sure you explore it because also like I want to show you the menu. You know, this is just the menu of everything that's going on. See downloads right now I have some Mortal Kombat downloads that I have to finish. I got my music library that connects to my Spotify. I have my mic for my headset. I also have the sound for the games itself, like the system itself, accessories, profile, power, and everything like that. Now, the thing about the PS5 is that the major change as far as the UI is you no longer have to hold it to go to the home. I mean, you no longer have to tap it to go to home screen. You hold it. So now when you tap it, this little menu pops up and then when you hold it, you go back to home screen. I'm already on the home screen, so it doesn't really show. But also, if you press start on this menu, you get to edit the menu and choose what you want to do with it. What you want to show and what you don't. So that's the way I do things. I feel like it's much easier when you do stuff like that. So I think that's a good look. That's pretty much it for this. Those are just the changes that I've experienced so far. My overall review of the PS5 is I would honestly say a 9 out of 10. I give it a 9 out of 10 instead of a 10 for 10 because I did have a problem. I'm not going to be one of those people who make it seem like everything's perfect because it's not due to the fact of this game right here remastered. I clicked on it, boom, my system shut off. It was a quick restart. They had to reformat my external hard drive. They didn't delete any games though, but it was a quick reset and then now that I'm just able to play now. I haven't turned it off since. So, that was just that one game. So I deleted that. I figured I didn't need it anyway. I already beat it. I just wanted to see the new graphics, but you get the cool recap in Miles Morales' story, so you really don't need that game. I spent an extra 20 on it, but that's fine. You don't really need it. So those are just that's just the one thing that I ran into. Everything else seemed to be working fine. I changed my system settings. Instead of doing auto rest mode, I put it in rest mode when I want to, which is practically never. I like to run my systems. Now, I've been hearing reports about PlayStation's overheating and everything. And when that happens, what you have to do is understand something. If you put your PlayStation in a tight spot, like, say for instance, a glass display with like barely any ventilation room, Best Buy, then you're going to have overheating problems. The PlayStation 5 literally runs cool. If you put your hand on the top of the system, you feel nothing but cool air. Now, of course, the heat comes from the back of the system with the wires and everything like that. But if you have it in a nice open space, it's not going to overheat. Mind you, I got my PlayStation day one on November 12th, day one. I haven't turned it off since that whole Spider-Man thing happened, which happened on day two. I was still running tests on the system. So it happened like the morning of day two. So we'll say from the 13th until today, the 17th, I haven't turned my system on. So that just goes to show you that it's possible for your system to run without any inconvenience or anything like that, as long as you know how to manage it and properly take care of it. So, um, I just want to say that because anybody who's having those issues, you could literally see that it can be fixed. So that's my thing on that. That's my take on that. So yeah, with that being said, I'm definitely going to start making more content, as far as the PS5 and everything and how it goes. So until then, you can catch me on Twitch whenever I'm live. Don't really have a schedule set, but we're doing the numbers, so that's a good thing. And You can also catch me on the Facebook page where I'm going to be posting a lot of gaming and movie news as well as anime news and everything. But you know, you guys know, so take care.